Tune in to Overcomers TV on your favorite app or streaming platform. It's time to overcome.
100 years? What's 100 years? Well, the Miami Rescue Mission is 100 years old. Yes, in 2022, this is their centennial year of serving men, women, and children through good times, bad times, desperate times, pandemic times, whatever times it is. They are serving the homeless and the hungry. They are serving food. They are giving showers. They are giving clothing. They are helping abused women and children that desperately need safe shelter. Not only are they feeding people, but they're also educating people, allowing them to be empowered for a brighter future, to bring them to a place that they have a job, they have housing, and they're ready to go back out into society to be productive once again. And how do they do all this? They do it with the love of God. The love of God is the most important thing, to introduce people, to let them know that God has a plan for them and God loves them no matter where they are in life. Yes, the Miami Rescue Mission, now called the Caring Place, is caring for those who are hurting in our communities. To learn more, visit our website, caringplace.org. Yes, that's caringplace.org. You can also call 1-800-817-HOPE. Yes, that's 1-800-817-HOPE. Do you know the Miami Rescue Mission also picks up furniture, clothing, and has pickups for all kind of household items? You can help the homeless by calling for a pickup. Call 800-817-HOPE. Well, I've been with the mission for 20 years. Yes, 20 years. Actually, I met Reverend Ronald Brummitt. At the time, he was the director of the Men's Center on the Miami campus. And I met him. I was a widow, and he at that time was single. And we met through another friend, and we started talking. And anyway, God just brought us together at the right time. And we came to fall in love, and we got married. And I came to the mission, so I married Reverend Brummitt, and I also came to the mission all at the same time. And it has been an amazing experience. When I married my husband, he was the director at the Center for Men. And then several years later, he was elected as CEO and then the president. And I started as the volunteer coordinator, and now I'm the VP of development. I love working with our volunteers, our supporters, our community leaders, our businesses, foundations, anybody who cares about the cause of homelessness and wanting to see people really have their lives transformed. Because isn't it amazing when people come to the mission, many times they're desperate. I mean, that is not the best time in their life. They're hungry, they're hurting, they're hopeless many times. We have abused women and children that come to us for shelter. But as they come in, we begin to love on them with the love of God, introduce them to Jesus, and let them know that God does have a purpose for their life. We have wonderful case managers, and we have an education department that's, I think, superior. And they come, they learn skills, they graduate sometimes many times they get their GED while they're here, and they go on to even college. We allow them to go through a graduation ceremony after they have completed their program. It could have taken 6 months. It could have taken 12 months to graduate. Our program is goal-oriented. We want to see them successful. And they walk the stage in cap and gown. Can you imagine? One day they walked in hungry. One day they walked in hurting. Another day they're walking a stage in cap and gown and receiving a diploma and excited about their future because God has a new path for them and they're ready to go forward in that. In their jobs, in new housing, and many times reestablishing their relationships with their families. And we believe in strong families, and that's why we celebrate our mothers, our fathers, and we celebrate the men and women who come to us. We have a lot of events We are out on the street on Good Friday serving the homeless and the hungry, washing the feet of those who come to us. During Christmas and Thanksgiving, we even have in the summertime, Christmas in July. We have a career fair. We're always celebrating Mother's Day, Father's Day, always celebrating something because we want to celebrate people. We want to celebrate that individual, letting them know that God has a purpose for their life and that they can be transformed. In the beginning, it's a matter of surrender. Surrendering to say, God, whatever you have for me, what I've done up till now has not worked, but now I'm surrendering my life to you. And when we see people do that and they begin to go through the programs, we see such wonderful transformations. It is a miracle. And this year, 2022, is what we call our miracle year. It's 100 years of serving the homeless and the hungry. And we do it as an honor to the Lord and giving Him glory. Always He gets the glory for every life that is changed and transformed here at the Miami Rescue Mission and our Broward Outreach Centers, but we are now known as the Caring Place, and that's our website, caringplace.org. Well, there's lots of ways to get involved here at the Caring Place. My mantra is to always say, do you have time? Do you have some talent? And do you have treasure? You can give one, or you can give two, or you can give all three. And we have so many supporters who come to us at different times and journeys in their own life. And sometimes people say, I don't have time, but I have some treasure that I can give. Other people say, well, I have a special talent. I could teach a class. I could do some landscaping. You know, I could help you in your thrift store. I can help you in so many ways. And we love that kind of talent that comes to us. But time and talent is very important. And we have many volunteers that come and volunteer their time and their talent. And your treasure is so important because the treasure is what allows us to continue the programs that help transform lives. So come on board, give of your time, give of your talent, give of your treasure. Go to caringplace.org. We love our faith partners. Our faith partners come with something a little extra. They come believing, knowing that God can transform lives. We have our bed prayer patrol. We have the crew that stands for Christians ready, equipped, and willing to put feet on evangelism. They go out to the streets. They give out hygiene, give out food, and then as they minister to those that are homeless on the streets, they say, would you like to come in? And then we have our van right there. And when someone says, yes, I'm ready, we say, okay, let's go. And we bring them in. So we love our faith partners because they come, they do Bible studies, they come and pray with our residents. We have those that go throughout the beds and lay hands on the beds and pray for the people that are going to be sleeping there, leave little notes on their beds. So there's always some way that you can come alongside and get involved. We also have women volunteer groups. We have Cover Girls, we have Girlfriends for Girlfriends, and these are special focus groups that focus on our women, either in mentoring or once they graduate, going out to visit them. We also have a home run team just for men, and those men that come alongside, they will take our men who are almost graduates, they'll start taking them out for lunch or meeting with them, encouraging them, giving them a phone call, maybe take them out to a baseball game. There's so many ways that the public can get involved, and we're asking you, would you like to get involved with your time, with your talent? Come on board. Go to our website, caringplace.org. I believe that God calls us to ministry, and many years ago I had lost my first husband in 1990, and I went through a wilderness time of not knowing what God wanted for me in my life. And I remember that surrender day when I said, Lord, I don't know what to give you. I have nothing to give. I don't feel that I have enough education. I don't feel I have the expertise. And yet I give you my heart. I give you my life. I give you everything that I am. And I remember God said then, well, Marilyn, if you think you have nothing to give, that's good, because everything that comes to you from here on out will be from me, and you will know it's from me and not from you. And so as I surrendered and began to learn to listen to God's voice, to be under authority, and to listen to what He had for me next. I saw Him bring me through a journey of getting me ready. How could I ever know that He would lead me to a mission like the Caring Place at the Miami Rescue Mission? But He brought me together with my husband. I met him and we got married. He was already at the mission and he said, "This is where I'm serving." And I said, "Well, let me serve along with you." And for the last 20 years, we have served together. He's been here over 30 years, but I have been able to serve with him in the last 20 years. What an experience it has been as we have reached out to men, women, and children. And even in the summer, for many years, I was able to do a power club, a Bible camp, right here on the premise to reach out to children, at-risk children, those children that were from the neighborhood that they didn't have any place to go during the summer, and I began to see them come in. They loved the Bible club. We had games for them, we had Bible stories, we had prizes, and I saw them get so excited to learn how much that God loves them. Yes, you need to be called, but you also need to surrender. And that's the main thing. Just surrender to God's will and let Him bring you on that path. Well, because this is a very special year, 100 years for the mission 2022. So if you look at the last 100 years, you say, well, that's wonderful to celebrate that. And that does give the mission a good foundation to know that it's a viable ministry if it's been around for 100 years. But now, there needs to be a vision for the next 100 years or until Jesus comes. And that is the main thing now, is looking forward. What can we do now? We need to keep doing what we're doing, but we also need to reach out more to women and children. I believe that we're being called to reach more to families and bring those men, women, and children together to have a strong family, a foundation in Jesus, so they can go forward and have a legacy of love and care to their children to raise up warriors for Jesus.
Celebrate what Jesus is doing throughout the nation and rise up to answer His call on your life. To serve the poor, heal the broken, free the captives, and bring joy to those in need. Find hope, encouragement, and motivation through Overcomers TV. This inspiring network features everyday people and ministries across America who are putting God's love in action. Tune in to Overcomers TV on your favorite app or streaming platform. It's time to overcome.